Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're continuing our Road to World series. Tonight, we got episode 5. Coming at you guys. We had a recap video yesterday, and we're going to be playing more Lyath tonight. Now, I had debated playing LL tonight, but I figured we got 24 hours worth of Flesh and Blood coming up this Saturday, so there's going to be plenty of time to play LL this weekend. So, in case you guys do not know, Saturday, excuse me, Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, is going to be 24 straight hours of Flesh and Blood, and there's going to be a giveaway when the stream starts, and every 4 hours following. So if you need more details on that, exclamation point 24 in the chat. We'll tell you more about that and what's going on. We will also be recording this next week's Breakpoints episode live on stream. So if you have questions or things you've always wanted to ask Sam and Taylor, we are going to be doing all of that live in front of you guys so you all can ask all the questions you want. We'll be able to chat about that. Tonight, I have a special version of Lyath we're going to be playing. You might have noticed that I called it like Guardian Lyath in the chat on the stream title. We are going to be playing a very Guardian-based, like centric version of Lyath tonight to see how it feels. So we're going to talk about some of the cards here in just a minute. This is also the only list that I've played Mocking Blow in at Red pretty much since we come up with the deck. So I'm very excited to see how it feels tonight, how it plays, and how the deck looks as we go throughout the evening tonight. Should be pretty interesting. All right, let's scroll back up here at the top. Let's see. Riley, Mello, Riku, Ironside, Damien, Dave, Martin, Fighting Spirit, Foxy, Ben. What is going on, guys? I think Mocking Blow real good. I don't know if it's good enough in Lyath or not. I think it's better in KO because you're up on life a lot. So if you guys know who Fatigue Bread is, they are a pretty well-known Guardian player on Talishar, and they were playing a Guardian version of the Lyath deck the other day, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I tried a few games of it yesterday with little success, and tonight we have a few cards that I think are going to help improve the deck, and we're going to see how it feels tonight. We are on Little Bigfoot. Let's jump in and look at the deck. So what I've done is, since we're not on really any good impactful crush cards, I've actually cut the Crater Hoof and we're just on Blade Beckoner Boots. Now, the reasoning for that is that I want to be able to block more. We don't have a ton of cards, a ton of equipment. We don't naturally block very efficiently. So we're going to be looking to use Blade Beckoner Boots as just a 2-block piece of equipment that we can use at the leg slot. So I think it should fit in pretty well with what we're doing. Hey, Dura, Noth, how are you guys? So that's what we're going to be trying to do, is we're going to be trying to use our equipment to block as much as possible throughout the game. And then this is our main 60 that we're playing tonight. So let's see. Let's scroll to where you guys can see the whole deck here. So I am playing Rouse the Ancients in this deck because I was informed that the cards in our hand are not halved by Lyath's hero power. So we can actually play Rouse the Ancients pretty easily with the right blue build. So you'll notice we're on Macho Grande, Cranial Crush, Thunderquake, Disable. We're on a lot of 8s and 7s in this deck to be able to throw Rouse the Ancients pretty consistently. Now, admittedly, Little Bigfoot, Power Play, Mocking Blow, they don't really play very well into that concept. But if there's a turn where we have decent tempo and we're ahead and we're doing pretty well, I think that Rouse the Ancients could be a very, very good tempo piece to keep playing offense with. I don't know how consistently it's going to work, but I don't know. I'm hopeful that it'll play out pretty well and then it looks pretty good tonight. So Rouse the Ancients should be pretty decent. We are on 9 copies of Little Bigfoot. Little Bigfoot is a great card to be able to attack with. Now, it gets +6 at red, +5 at yellow, and +4 at blue. But you're able to come in for a pretty decent number off of 2 blues. And then you can also turn around and activate Lyath's hero text to make a might token so that you have a very good natural 3-card play. You also have a really good play where you can go Villainous Pose into Little Bigfoot, and you have a lot of value that you can really set up this way. So a couple of blues with Little Bigfoot's going to be very, very impactful, and I'm very excited to see what it looks like. Also, Mocking Blow converts hands very well, because if we draw 4 blues in a Mocking Blow, we're able to block pretty effectively, and then we're able to, like, just throw Mocking Blow as long as we're higher life, and we're able to try and get some value. I'm not sure if it's going to be any good or not, but that's kind of where I'm starting and what I think we're going to be looking at. And then the other thing that I really am interested about is that we get to play Pummel in the deck. Pummel just adds some like really neat disruption for us, and playing it with Tunic, we probably have some good lines where we can end up pummeling some cool things. I don't know how good it's going to be or not, but we're working on the deck tonight. We'll see how it feels. Excuse me. Hopefully we get some good games going and things feel like they start to come together pretty well for us. I have high hopes for the deck tonight. So in the sideboard, we are on Fiddler's Green, Oasis, Respite, and Steadfast, which have pretty much been staples of the deck for quite a while now. But you'll also notice I'm on red with Stand. I have cut Peace of Mind over with Stand because into KO, this is a 2-card block 7 with Rampart. We have the ability to play with Stand for 2, have 1 floating off of a blue, so we get to block with Rampart for 7. So only 1 card comes out of our deck, and we're able to cover up one of KO's like bigger attacks, which is very, very impactful. And so I think that Withstand has a very good matchup into KO specifically, with only bringing 1 card out of our deck. So if we do look to try and go like a Fatigue style route later, that could be something that we try to consider. Excuse me. Hey, Avenger, what's up, buddy? I liked Craterhoof, though, thematically. Oh, I love Craterhoof thematically. I completely agree with that. All right. Let's jump in and let's start playing some games, and let's see what we can pull together tonight. I was doing a little bit of testing with Victor earlier. For anybody who does not know, a couple people asked me for an updated Victor list earlier, and I have updated my Victor list. If you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, then I have updated that for you as well in the Discord. So both sides of that are live. Better off to block. I think we're better off to put in the Null Rune Boots. And then, do we want cards that gain life here? Hey, Louie, what's up, buddy? I was not looking at the screen and thought you were referencing a card called Withstand. Oh, LOL, yeah, Withstand. Sorry if the D didn't come through. Also, what's up, Martin? How many defensive tools do we want here? Like, do we want a lot of defensive tools? Do we want to be on, like, Fiddler's Greens and Steadfasts? I don't think so, right? Like, I think we just want to be on our normal 60. Maybe this because we block Felling with 1 card, basically. I don't know. Let's try it without it and see how it feels. I honestly have no idea how this matchup is going to play out without the, like, Scowling Sadistic combo in the list. Apparently, Twitch is making it to where you can pause and rewind the stream now. Interesting. I don't think we want both Minnowisms in this hand, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to pitch to activate Lyath. We're going to Arsenal power play, and we're going to set up. I think that's going to be our play here. Would come in for around that amount with Shield, but I don't know if you want it. I don't know if we want it either, but I definitely get what you're saying. One thing that we've had set up now. Sorry, the back of my shirt's being weird. So you might notice that I have custom Aggro Blaze sleeves on here. This is the... don't like this. This is the first like real stream that I've had the Aggro Blaze sleeves going on here. Rob at Second Cycle and Jotrick were nice enough to set this up for me. So Rob made them and then Jotrick set it up. So big shout out to them for setting that up. I do really appreciate that. It means a bunch. So if we block... two, 4... Or I'm sorry, 2, 4... No, that's not going to work, is it? This feels really bad. We're in a very awkward spot. Do we want to block 3? Put this into play. 3. No, that doesn't work either. 33 blues in the deck, and we draw only one. All these 2 blocks is very clunky. I mean, we just don't have a way to attack and do this whole thing here. 2, 4, 6. Man. I kind of hate to give all this up. We're giving up 3 cards to their 1. I hate this. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Little Bigfoot's a very good card to attack with. It's pretty cool. It's very thematic in the deck that we're playing, so it works out pretty well. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty sweet, to be honest. We get to attack for 9 here. We're not on Scene Seize in this deck, Mellow, but I'm not sure that's correct or not. I'm not 100% sure on that. Hey, Drowsy, what's up? I'm awake against my own wishes, LOL. That's pretty funny. Opponent's currently blocking for 5. Okay. I'll probably just make a rune chant and come in. Yep. Makes sense. So we are going to let the rune chant connect. I think, right? We could pitch the revolting gesture. I guess we'll block like this, and then we'll block with the rampart here. This seems fine. And then we're just going to get aggressive here. We're going to play Villainous Pose, and we're going to play Revolting Gesture, and we're going to attack for 10. So just trying to get some value going here. Hey, Nathan, what's up? Any luck with this hero? If I'm being honest, it's all felt pretty mediocre. I feel like, so my gut is telling me that there has to be a build of the hero out there that exists that can do some cool things, but I'm just being brutally honest, I have not found it yet. I have not found it yet. So it's been an uphill battle. It's been an uphill battle trying to build Lyath, for sure. It's been a puzzle I've not been able to crack very well. I think we're just going to block the rune chant here. And then I think we're going to take 3 and we're going to play the Rouse. And if they give us the headpiece here, then that's fine. We're going to pitch the Terrace Under and we're going to reveal these. Make sure this works correctly. I was told that I would not be affected by this. Rouse looking pretty good here. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Have you considered a hybrid of LVFs? Just thinking reds and yellow dwarf disruptions from Super Slam. I'm not sure what you mean by... Oh, you mean like Little Bigfoot? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what we're playing, right? So this works out pretty well. We're just going to put this into play. And then we're just going to activate Lyath. We'll intimidate a card from them. Doesn't really matter. We could intimidate a card from ourselves. Like, it doesn't matter. Our deck is very interesting tonight. We're on a very, very interesting deck tonight, Nova. I mean, pitch this for Terrace Under into play Little Bigfoot, activate Lyath. We could also block with the Attention Grabbers if we wanted to make that work. So let's see. 4, 5. 8 is 13, 14. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. We have to take quite a bit of damage here to... Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, opponent. I think until Lyath gets an actual weapon or more specific hero support, he's doing a solid B-tier aggro deck. I mean, there's a lot of people who believe he's like a true aggro deck, which I don't hate. Yeah, so we pitch Cranial Crush to play Terrace Under, and then we get to play this and activate Lyath. I think I'm gonna save the Skullcat block, and we're just gonna block here. Let's see. Let's make sure 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 14 is enough. Actually, they can't do this, right? So it would be 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we don't give it the +4 here, it's going to be 8, 9, which means they don't even have to give up the bark skin here. So I think we need to get aggressive like this. I hate using the attention grabbers this way, but it's a very, very good like start to the stream. Where's the costume? No costume tonight. We're not cosplaying tonight. All right, so we get to Terra Sunder into 14 dominate. On hit, they discard 2 cards. Using cards like Terra Sunder to get cards out of their hand is going to be very impactful for us. We're going to go ahead and activate Lyath. We do have higher life than our opponent, so that's pretty good. I think we're pretty content with arsenaling the Mocking Blow. Or I'm sorry, the Little Bigfoot. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. We're gonna pitch like this to activate. And then we're gonna stay at 30. So just kind of playing like the mid-rangey game here. Mocking Blow is a 1-card 8. Sorry, 7. It's +4. It's a 1-card 7, so I really like being aggressive with the attention grabbers to try and gain tempo. I think early on we need to. Like, Florian has some very, very good defensive plays and very good late game value plays they can make. So I think the more aggressive we can get, the better. We've already seen 2 Plow Unders out of their deck, which is good. This will be for 8. They're going to go to 28. So I'm kind of thinking we put the Thunderquake on the bottom. We can go Minnowism. Yeah, so we're going to put Thunderquake on the bottom. We're going to block with Rampart using Tunic, and we're going to take 7. We can start blocking pretty much whenever we need to. So I think we need to play a little bit more aggressively here. Honestly, should we just play the red Little Bigfoot from hand? Probably, right? Like, there's not really a difference right now. And then this is 12, and we're going to make another Might token. So right now, we're kind of playing the mid-rangey game with Florian pretty well. And we're on a pretty similar number of cards. Like left in our deck, I mean, is what I'm referring to there. There may come a time later in the game when they throw Felling at us, and we're just going to have to come to terms with blocking it. So they're willing to take 6 to turn off our Skullcap, it looks like. We're going to activate Lyath to make another Might token. There's no reason to intimidate them here. They're just going to swing this at us. So if I was to block the Rune Chant with Rouse, I don't think that's correct. I think we're going to let go of the Macho Grande here. So we're going to block. We're going to block the Rune Chant with Rouse. We're going to pitch the Macho Grande. Or I'm sorry, we're going to block with the Macho Grande. We're going to block the Rune Chant. We're going to block here, and we're going to block Rampart. I need to be higher life is my biggest issue right here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I have to have more life, right? I mean, do we want to try and like stack this? Like, I don't really feel like stacking the Mocking Blow is where we want to be. What if we pitched Leave Them Hanging to the Rune Chant? No, that works the way I want it to, right? So we're gonna pitch this. Yeah, I just forgot how to count for a minute there. That was pretty weird. I guess we want to block with the little Bigfoot so that we have the Macho with the Rouse for second cycle. And then we're going to make this play so that we cover this up, set up a second Might token. Now we're in a pretty decent spot. It's going to be Mocking Blow. With the trigger on the stack, we're going to intimidate them. Take a card out of their hand, hopefully make it a little bit more awkward for them to block. And we're going to play another 1-card 7 off the Mocking Blow here. I guess technically it is a 1-card 8 because we're booing and we're setting it up. So it is technically a 1-card 8. 2D react. So we didn't intimidate anything awkward for them. Okay. A little bit of a clunky hand for our opponent, it looks like. Nothing to really write home about here. So there's 2 Rune Chants because of their ability and this, so it's 5 total. I kind of want to go gesture into Little Bigfoot. I mean, it would be 6, 7, 10, 13. We'd go to 18. I mean, we could technically block with Skullcap, I suppose. I think we'll just go ahead and block here for value. I've been finding that I'm not blocking the way I want to. With Skullcap, I'm leaving value on the board, so I'm going to look to do that a little bit more aggressively, I think, moving forward. So we're going to pitch Little Bigfoot. We are going to put Disable on the bottom first here. And we now have a power play in Arsenal. We have 2 Might tokens and a Leave Them Hanging in our Arsenal. Or I'm sorry, we have a Leave Them Hanging in play, 2 Might tokens, and a power play in Arsenal. So we are able to like set up a pretty decent hand, and all we need is 1 blue. We also have Tunic to block a Rune Chant if we'd like to. So, hey, Jay, thank you. I appreciate it. Mello, I do agree that this is where it gets a little bit tougher, right? So, like, right here is where, like, this gets a little bit more intricate. We're now forced into, like, I don't know, like, blocking more. Like, it's not as easy to just cover everything up. And you'll notice there they take 4. They're just willing to play the slow and patient game here. So, what if we block... We can take 1, technically, if we want to. But I don't see a reason to. What the teller... Hang on, we have to think about this one for a second. So, we could play the Villainous Pose and the Mocking Blow here if we wanted to. So, what if we pitched Chokeslam to a Rune Chant? Rosetta Thorn at home mode. If we pitch Chokeslam and we take 1, we then get to block with... We have to block with the Little Bigfoot regardless, and I don't really like that, to be honest. We block both the Rune Chants. 1 from here, 1 from here. We block with Little Bigfoot. On our turn, we pitch Power Play to Villainous Pose and attack with Mocking Blow. I don't hate that. So we're just going to go ahead and do it this way. Blocking with the Little Bigfoot feels bad, but that's like one of our like bigger power turn cards. later in the game, so getting rid of it kind of sucks. But we do have a lot of the good Guardian blues. They are halved a lot. I think making sure that we're getting value out of this Mocking Blow, like all of the Mocking Blows, is very important. So this is for 16, and we're going to set up a Might for next turn. I mean, I guess we didn't have to have higher life. The Villainous Pose lines up pretty well for us. But we're attacking for 16 here when they're at 18, so... I think it would be best to throw out the power play, turn in Arsenal, and parking the Mocking Blow in case you need to use the whole hand to, like, attack with Mocking Blow later. That's fair, I guess. I could see that. I kind of see that, Julio. Yeah, like, I mean, the higher life works out pretty well because we do get 2 mites, so it is technically more value. But the Villainous Pose did turn on the Mocking Blow, technically. All right, so they're going to block 9. D-React incoming, it's got to be. Yeah, so they're currently taking 3. And this is probably going to be a felling. We're going to pitch Thunderquake. We're going to pitch like this. We're going to block with the Thump. And we're going to play like this. So we're going to take 2 down to 18. I mean, honestly, that's 3 cards out of their deck we don't have to deal with later. So, like, as much as it does kind of feel a little bad, it's not the end of the world. Plus, they're going to get to learn that we're playing 3 pummels right here. Like, it's turn 11. We have our opponent at 15. And we haven't played a pummel yet. And this one lined up pretty well. We've had a pretty good chance to take tempo and play a lot of offense this game. I'm really hoping we can get some pummel value here. Wait, what? I did not think I skipped through reactions. I must have hit pass too many times. Wall grounded plus a D-react? Yeah. I mean, it feels bad, but... It feels bad, but I don't think there's too much to do about that. Maybe we're supposed to Arsenal the pummel? Alright, this hand's admittedly a bit of a clunker. It's going to be a pretty good turn for them to, like, get back into, like, the driver's seat here. Do I have a fever? LOL. We're going to Arsenal a pummel, so we're going to block like this. We're going to activate Lyath and pitch here. We're going to block 7, and we're going to take 1. So we're going to pitch Little Bigfoot. We're going to pitch the pummel so that we have it set up for later. We're going to fall down to 17. And now on our turn, we're going to Arsenal the pummel, and we're going to pass back to them. We are on 9 Little Bigfoots, yeah. Also, hey, Dot, what's going on, buddy? I've been catching practically every VOD of you testing. Finally get to watch a little bit live. I'm glad you can come and hang out, man. I'm glad you're here and chilling with us. I mean, I don't know what our opponent's going to throw at us. That's going to, like, deterministically decide how we're going to have to play this turn out. But our turn is pretty aggressive if we're able to keep the Minnowism. Like, we need to keep, like, everything Little Bigfoot and to the right. And we have a pretty good turn lined up here. It just depends on how aggressive they get. They actually get to gain a life and make 6 rune chance. Alright, so I think that's going to be a little different. I don't think there's a world where we're supposed to take 9, right? What if we block 4 rune chance, take 2 to 15, and then block Skullcap on this? So I don't hate that because it allows us to be aggressive, right? I actually don't hate that at all. We're going to go down to 13, but we're continuing to try and push the tempo our direction, which I think is a good place to be, and we're getting effective use out of our tunic. All right, so we come in for 10, and we have the pummel lined up. Since they know we pitched a pummel last turn or 2 turns ago, they're pretty safe on assuming that we have another one in arsenal here. So I would be surprised if my opponent didn't play around it, but we'll see what happens. We love Earth. Ultra, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I don't have as convenient a schedule to watch his live as much right now. Been able to catch the VODs, though. I mean, dude, like, VODs live, like, I just appreciate you watching, brother. I hope that you being busy is a good thing, at least. I know that there are times in life when I'm busy and I hate it, and there are times in life when I'm busy and it's not bad. Little Bigfoot costs 4. Hey, Keaton, what's up? Guardian Gaming's actually not bad. This is, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, this is anybody's game at this point. This is anybody's game, and Florian has a very, very powerful late game with Grasp of the Arcanite and Reaping Blade. But, I don't know, like, I feel like we're not in a bad spot. We're not in a bad spot right now. Our opponent, like, read the pummel very, very well last time. So we'll see how well this goes. This version looks way cooler. Aaron, I have to admit, this version makes me a lot happier. Like, the Guardian in my brain, this makes me a lot happier. I have to admit. Makes me a lot happier. I just enjoy playing Guardian cards very much. I know Pummel's a generic. Don't get me started on the Guardian pool. Do not get me started on the Guardian pool. My opponent just said, how could you do this to me? LOL. Oh, man. Hey, Rob Zombie, thank you so much for the 9 months of Prime support. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Means a whole lot. Means a bunch. Lyath running into the cooler, better Guardian Florian. I mean, listen, Florian's just an Earth Guardian. And like, you can't convince me otherwise. That's all Florian is an Earth Guardian. This card's really interesting. Put another target aura on the bottom of its owner's deck. Interesting. I think, Julio, it has to do with like how much you chat and stuff like that. This makes me not want to play this hero. Lero, why? This is awesome. This is such a fun like way to play the hero. Discarding the defense reaction takes a lot of patience. How crazy do you guys want to get? How crazy do you guys want to get here? We have 2 play lines here. Like, we have 2 natural play lines. We can put something on the bottom. We can block with a couple cards in Rampart and throw the hammer for 3. Or for 4, technically. It's not a problem. Like, we could do that. It is okay. We also have the ability... This is... Yeah, we have another Rouse the Ancients we pitch stacked, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we pitch stacked one. Or, we could put Headbutt on the bottom. That'd be right. Maybe we put Terra Sunder on the bottom to see it faster. We put a blue on the bottom. We attack with Rouse. No, I want to Arsenal the Terra Sunder. Right? No, I don't want to Arsenal the Terra Sunder. I don't really want to Arsenal any of this, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe Macho Grande could, like, close out the game. But if we go to 5... we have the ability to go 7 go again. Let's see how it feels. I think we can get a little aggressive here. I think we're okay to go to 5. I don't know. Them blocking 7's not, like, traditionally a very hard thing for them to do. I guess we don't have to Arsenal anything. We can activate our hero ability. I'd Arsenal Rouse? I don't hate that. I don't hate the idea of Arsenaling Rouse seems pretty good. Maybe I was supposed to put a card on the bottom, block 7, then Arsenal the Rouse. Maybe that's like a better play line. We definitely have less breathing room now. And like this hand plays Rouse very well. We're just gonna block with Headbutt, and we're just gonna activate Lyath here. Pitching Cranial Crush is fine. Yep. And then we're gonna block the Reaping Blade as well. And we're just gonna swing Hammer for 5. Weird. I think it was wiser blocking with 1 blue and going for the Tear. Going for the Tear? Ooh, I hadn't even considered that. Like, you mean on the Hammer? So I don't think blocking with Tear Asunder was ever good enough, right? Or like playing the Tear Asunder? We didn't have any buffs on the Hammer, so it would have been coming in for 4. And they had chest and arm piece up, plus an arsenal they've been sitting on for a few turns. Guardians were never interesting to me, and I saw Super Slam Limited and the Dirty Reviled cards at Instant Speed Disruption. It did excite me, but them not being good enough makes me sad. I mean, Lyra, there's probably a version of the deck that can play all that stuff, right? Like, RKO's got a lot of good value. I don't know. We're going to have to arsenal our other Rouse, I think. Eight Rune Chance is intense. I really wish we had the Rouse hand here. They gained some life, and so we're in a pretty weird spot, right? Disable's technically for 4 as well, so it's probably just better to like throw the disable. And then we're just going to activate Lyath and keep a blue in our hand, I think. Hey, what's up, Trent? Yeah, which able? That's right. On that turn, and now it's easier to close the game out. I think taking 8 was a mistake. Oh, I agree. I think that me taking 8 was like playing very, very aggressive and probably a little too greedy. So I agree. I probably should have played a little bit more defensively. The good news is that we're at 5 and that they have to have a pretty good... Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to activate Lyath here. Pitching the Thunderquake, or pitching the... We're just going to activate Lyath here. I would love to have the Pummel, and... Like, if we had the Pummel this turn, it'd be pretty good. We are not going to Arsenal. Our Rouse was 1 card off from where we needed it to be. They go to 5, and they're up to 12 Rune Chance. Sheesh! We have to decide how the best way to play this out is. I don't think it's worth heaving. I don't think it was worth heaving. The 5 card 4, how sweet, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, so there's 12 Rune Chance here. If we block 10 Rune Chance, we take 2, go to 3. I think we have to block at least 9 of the Rune Chance. Now we have to decide how we want to play this out from here. If I take 2 rune chance down to 3. Or if I block with Tunic, we take 2 rune chance to 3. Then I can go card, Rampart, Tunic, block 5, and take nothing on the physical, but I'm at 3. I think we might just be dead here. I think we might be dead this turn. If they... No, they can activate Grasp. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Man, I got too greedy. We got too greedy. So if we waited... If we had waited a turn, their next turn was going to be Arsenal, or they played a Germinate that turn, which means we were at 13, they were at 5. We get to go 7 go again into 4. We get to throw 11 at them, and we're at 13, which means we get to take more cards out of their hand, and they only had 1 Germinate left in the deck. So yeah, we probably win that game if I play that correctly. I think I might have thrown that game away by getting too aggressive there. That's a good note to have, though. Like, I'm pretty sure that 8 extra life actually wins us the game there. So that one we have to chalk up to me, not the deck, which I think is important to make note of. Took 8 off felling late in the game. Could have taken 1... blocked 7 and arsenaled Rouse. Would have thrown Rouse into disable turn after Germinate. Then with tempo had another Rouse turn. All right, so it's a good note there that I needed to play more patiently. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was the first game that we've played. I don't know. That was the first game that we've played. Like Tuesday, I have to admit, when we left Tuesday, I was feeling a little down about the deck and like how the deck was going to play. But I don't know. That game gave me some hope. That game gave me some hope. I think we want to go second, right? Like, I think we're a go second deck with what we have here. Pretty sure we are. We're playing against RKO. We are going second. I think we're a go second deck. This is a deck that goes tall pretty well. Do we want to just play the 60? Like, are we just playing the 60 all night for theory crafting and testing? And then, like, we have our sideboard later if we need it? Like, don't get me wrong. Withstand and, like, Steadfast are very, very good cards in this matchup. But part of me thinks that we're just playing the 60 for theory crafting testing tonight to see how it feels. It's kind of what my gut is telling me. Reinar isn't good testing, to be fair. I mean, that's fair, Keaton. But if you want to play a game, I'm down. Hopium has entered the brain. Yo, it's so true. It's so true. Just put in fillers for KO for life lead. That would have been good. I hadn't considered that. Are we about to just, like, pummel Cranial Crush here? Like, is that really where we're at right now?
Freaking go. You love to see it.
I mean, I guess if they play differently, we can arsenal the power play. Feels pretty bad, but I think this is what we're doing. Roosevelt VL, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys. We could run 63. Like, this is a deck where we're on 33 blues, so we can probably get away with running 63 in this matchup. Like, honestly, in most matchups, we can probably get away with it, to be honest. If I block with like disable here.
Freaking go. You
Yo.
love to see it.
Darwin Star, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch as well. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think just like blocking, taking 2, and then villainous pose into hammer, arsenal the red power play is fine, right? Like, I think that's fine. We're actually going to pitch the Cranial Crush first. We're going to pitch the Cranial Crush because we're trying to set up those Rousing Ancients we just pitched. Now, when you get hot dogs in Philly, I grew up super picky, and I don't think I've ever had one. You've never had a hot dog? I don't know if there's good hot dogs in Philly. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for Philly. I'm very excited for Philly. Congrats on the grant from LSS. Not see you at Montreal. This is spicy. You're cooking this hero. Derwin, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It means a whole bunch. Thank you. Yeah, we're working. We're trying. We're cooking. We're trying to cook up a solid Lyath list that we think can take down a ProQuest. That is the objective. We want to be taking down a ProQuest playing Lyath. So, I mean, the objective is for it to be good enough for us to play at Worlds. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Your partner's flying you out for Philly? That's so cool, Xena. Is what dreams are made of. Got to go to Herschel's and get a pastrami sandwich. Ooh, is this in Philly, John? Is this what we're talking about? Herschel's is life-changing. Yo, all right, here we go. Have you tested the Pleiades Armory deck chest to remove a counter and pay for Lyath? I have not, exact, because we're not on enough like suspense auras, but it does seem like it could be okay. We're probably just going to try to block quite a bit this turn and then just throw the power play. Looking like we have a pretty good turn set up here. I mean, we could Terra Sunder into power play if we wanted to. Would require us to keep... We would have to block Little Bigfoot, give up the pitch one of the Terra Sunders. What would that be for, I guess, is the question. We have to ask ourselves what that looks like over the course of the game. So this would be 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they don't have a defense reaction, it requires all of their equipment to stop it. It seems like it could be a good tempo play for us. So what if we blocked Headbutt and we made it 10 pitching Terra Sunder? We could then go Little Bigfoot into Terra Sunder and then use Tunic and Little Bigfoot to be able to throw the power play. I don't hate it, to be honest. We're probably just going to activate Cheeto here, which I think just makes target attack action. Okay, so we're not worried about that. That's good. Top 8 Trent himself. Yo. I was just talking to Chris about this today, and he was literally like, I've never seen this happen to anybody as much as it does you, which is so funny to me. I smell Big Bully. Oh, they wanted to give this go again to do something else. I had not considered that. Okay, so I mean, this is just 4, right? And we know they don't have a defense reaction in Arsenal? I mean, we can block with Rampart now, right? Like, blocking with Rampart seems fine. And then we just get to still do our play. They got a red Mocking Blow, right? So I guess they're just going to try and, like, jam their hand in front of this. I mean, to be fair, like, if they're willing to, like, give up everything here to stop this, I think we can deal with one red Mocking Blow. It's not ideal, but power play for 10 and Terra Sunder requires a defense reaction in hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it requires a defense reaction and all of their equipment. So, like, this feels like a pretty good power turn for us here to swing it. Have zero idea what to play for ProQuest season. I know exactly what I'm playing for ProQuest season. I'm just terrified it's not good enough. Okay. Terra Sunder gets 2 cards out of hand. They cannot Cheeto us this turn. No! Yo, what? Yo, what? Pausarino, big dog. Pausarino, big dog. Yeah, we're just going to block like this. One thing I've learned about this matchup is that it's important to keep your life total ahead of theirs. I'm not going to activate Lyath because we're going to activate it on our turn to set up a Might for next turn. So this is going to come in for 7. Which again is like not the best thing in the world, but we're now playing Guardian math where we're keeping Tards in our deck. I can only go to 1 PQ during the first week and I have no idea what to play. I mean, I would say that obviously, like, ProQuests are local metas, right? Oh, it's second Fiddler screen. Like, ProQuests are obviously, like, you know, local metas, so take this with a grain of salt. But, you know, it's counter KO week 1, right? It's probably just what we're doing. Free booze get RKO a lot of value. How are they getting free booze? Like the pumps and stuff like that? So they're currently taking 4 if they don't have a defense reaction. Okay, and then they're going to go to 33. How do they boo at instant speed? How do they boo at instant speed? Is there a way? Or are they clearing their arsenal? I mean, they have to do it now. Like, I'm trying to determine how we get got by this. Concealed object buffs this up to 6. So I think I'm just going to block with Rampart, activate Lyath, go Villainous Pose into Hammer for 9, and then Arsenal the Pummel is going to be the play. RKO's effect doesn't boo them. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what happens here. We're going to play this. We're going to play this one a little off the cuff. We're going to play this one a little off the cuff and see what happens here. Okay, so it was Concealed Object. Okay. So Concealed Object boos. They set up a Vigor token. This goes up to 6. We're going to take 5 down to 30. Okay. Sigil would have had to have been played beforehand. Somebody did suggest that it was going to be Concealed Object. Good call, whoever said that. It was a very heads-up realization of what's happening. The fact that my opponent's also on pummels is terrifying to me. We're playing Guardian. We're the pummel hero. What's happening? I know that Steven, if DM Armada's watching this, he's just laughing. He's just cackling, thinking about me getting pummeled. Okay, so after Gavin's message, it was clearly Gavin. Whoever said that must be so handsome and smart. Oh my god. They couldn't pummel that, though. It cost 0, right? But yeah, I mean, like, The fact that they're on Pummel is like very terrifying to me. They're also on like CNCs, so this is a very interesting concept. No, they're gonna steal my might token, Sage. Steal Victory's so good in their deck. It's just like we can't play that. I wish we could play that. I think the RKO is playing Mansant's list. I haven't seen Ethan's list. Ethan's a good deck builder though. Well, now I'm worried that they do have a Pummel in their arsenal. Are we able to respect it? I don't think so, right? I think we just have to do this and hope they don't have it. It is indeed pummelable. I mean, yeah. Pummel's very interesting. We'll arsenal the gesture here. We'll set up a little bit. We're already down, so we're gonna have to like look for a better turn anyway. Which is fine. We now have Skullcap online, so we can block a little bit next turn and set up. And then we'll try to get the gesture involved the turn after that. The funny part is they arsenaled that Pummel last turn. So to arsenal something and then immediately draw into CNC is like pretty fortunate. I've done it a few times myself playing Guardian. It is a pretty invigorating thing to like draw. Him being higher HP is terrifying. I completely get that. Terra Sunder does not have the value it did. Pitch, leave them hanging. Pitch Terra Sunder to play, leave them hanging. Block with Thunderquake. On our turn, use Tunic to play Gesture. And then pitch Little Bigfoot to attack. So we get to come in for 6. We have a leave them hanging in arsenal, leave them hanging in play. Hopefully we can intimidate well here. Hey, Ethan, what's up? Dude, I don't know what's up with YouTube chat, Ethan, but like I cannot get it to where viewers can post links. I've tried. Like, actually tried multiple times, and I cannot get it to work the way I need it to. Alright, so this is clearly, like, go again shenanigans. We're going to say no blocks on this, and then we're going to try to get a little aggressive here. I think we have to say no blocks on this. They should technically do this in the resolution step. Dog, we're actually just going to run out both of these. Yeah, I'm just running out both of these. We're taking 0 chances here. I want them to have nothing after this. Man, occasionally comes by and hang out. Deck code for February? Dude, my man over here. I mean, Ethan, if you want to send it to me, like... Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we intimidated twice, and we didn't hit the one card they searched for. I mean, get wrecked. Like, that's unfortunate. There's literally 0 to do about that. I mean, yeah, surprise Pikachu face is very accurate here. I don't... It's probably supposed to block with the arm piece there just to get extra value. We do have 2 leave them hanging set up now. Our tunics on, or our skull caps on The only problem is that they're higher life than us, so they're now in a situation where their value turns are much higher than ours with Mocking Blows the rest of the game. RKO beat Brute. Are you saying this is favored into the KO matchup? Oh, it's best Brute? Oh, I got you. The RKO deck is good. Like, I genuinely thought it was unplayable. Like, I thought it was like the worst hero in the set. I've now changed my mind. I think it's Lyath. It is very good into OGKO. Also good into this Lyath pile. Dog. You ain't gotta be like that now. You ain't gotta be like that. We're gonna have to like play some really good value turns the rest of the game. That's the, yeah. Pile of hopes and blessings. I wish there was a certain card we could play in our deck that rhymes with blessings. I mean, yeah, like their blue Mocking Blow just gets so much value here. It's actually insane. So this is coming in for 8, essentially. Play Revolting Gesture, play Minnowism, activate Lyath, attack with Mocking Blow. I think that might have to be the play. I think we might just have to get crazy aggro here. Rhymes with blessings or has blessings in the name? Has blessings in the name or has blessing in the name? I had this conversation with Taylor and Sam the other day, and we were talking about this. Like, this hero was designed with count your blessings in mind. It feels, once they told me, it felt so clear. Maybe it's time for my Brute arc? I don't know about that. I keep getting flashbacks to, like, Nats from 2024. I mean, to be fair, this Mocking Blow is huge. I mean, we're down 19 points, so it's not that impressive, but this Mocking Blow is massive. Hopefully this is enough to, like, draw some cards out of hand. Like, force our opponent into, like, maybe a little bit of an awkward value play. And then, or maybe they're willing to take a bunch of damage to apply more pressure, and we can block pretty aggressively. Nats 24 was brutal for me. Nats 24 was brutal for me. I did not have a good showing in 2024 Nats. Is that the last CNC? Yes. Fence reaction? Nope. All right. So we've rallied the game back a little bit. We just need to be able to block a little bit. Man, our Fiddler's Rings would be insane here in this matchup. I mean, we did strictly test 60 just to see. All right, so it went 4 to 8. If they take this up to 6, so they currently have +1 on it. So if it goes from 4 to 6, it goes to 12, 13. I think blocking 10 is just where we're at right now. We're going to make a might, and we're going to throw power play for some good value. I think that's really all we can do. Rowdy Locals is interesting. All right, so we're going to take 3 and go to 8 here. How do you draft this set? I mean, I haven't drafted this set yet. I've only played Sealed, but like, there's just no weapons. See, you say I sure hope he is tossed, but I mean, to be fair, like, he's not felt like a Guardian yet. All right, we're going to attack for 10, so just... We're down, but we still have a chance, I feel like. I feel like there's a chance we could try to crawl back into this game. This has got to be a D-react. No, they're just willing to join us at 8. All right, they must have another pretty aggressive hand. I mean, I'll get aggressive over the next few turns with blocking if I have to. Oh, fair enough. I mean... 3, 6, 8... 3, 6, 8, 11, 12. I think I'm okay with this. We've got the game into a close spot. We have pulled the game back from what I felt like was probably almost an unwinnable spot. If we keep playing like this, we will get fatigued over the course of the game, but there will be a better hand for us than when they throw 12. The Quicken's kind of cool, I guess. We're going to plan on arsenaling to leave them hanging this turn. I think we're going to have to try and set up a turn where we rip into like a little Bigfoot or something. I mean, we could technically intimidate them now if we wanted to. I feel like I keep walking myself into play patterns where I try to intimidate at instant speed. And I just shouldn't be. So this is coming in for 6, 9, 13. And we're going to block 9. We have to have a turn where we can get value out of the leave them hanging. It's tough to do against this deck. Like, one of our best cards is to intimidate them, and it feels like it's very, very hard to get a lot of value out of it. Now, the turn that we can get a lot of value out of it, we're going to get a ton, because we're able to take a card out of their hand and get the attention grabber's value. Like, this hand is so close to being good. God, 9 Mocking Blows is crazy. I mean, yeah, they just keep doing this over and over again. So this is like, what, 9? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just not in a spot to do anything other than block. And this hand does not block well. In what scenario is the old switcheroo good? I mean, I guess like if you're not playing a lot of clashes and like you want to be on it to try and help you win some clashes, it's pretty good. Last sigil or one more? One more. Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure. RKO is so toxic with unintentional fatigue. I mean, I feel like playing like fatigue in that deck's actually a very good plan. I mean, we are just slowly getting fatigued, and like, there's nothing I can do about it. Got dinner, time to enjoy the show. I mean, yeah, like look at this. And the crazy part is like we can't even stop this because once it's like on the stack, they can target it, which is just so crazy. All right. We can swing the hammer for 4, or we can leave them hanging in play and try to pivot. We're going to have to look for a pivot turn, right? Deck can't win enough matchups if it's cutting 2 blocks. I think we have to try and pivot and get aggressive. Should definitely intimidate myself right there for the memes, but so we can block attention grabbers. We can block attention grabbers in one of our blues. Seven, 11, 12. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like we're blocking a little bit more than that. So this is going to gain 7. Oh, no. I'm sorry. This is going to gain 4. So it's going to be 13. So 3, 4, 5 does not cut it. If I block 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I take 3, and then I swing the hammer. And I think that's our only option, right? I don't think we really get a better play. I don't really think we get a better play. I think Liar's Charm is really good in your deck. Oh, well, now we're just extra screwed. I mean, we're still only taking 3, but we're going to discard the yellow little Bigfoot. And we're just going to swing hammer for 8. Not the best thing in the world, but what are the odds of RKO having Reckless Swing? I mean, I don't think it's in the deck at all, but so we could have responded to it with Leave like in a previous game, but that's only if my opponent gives me that opportunity, right? Like a good player is not going to give you a chance to get their Tunic counter because before reactions, or I'm sorry, like what they're going to do is they're going to like put it up there and like you're just not going to have a chance to. Yeah, they're on 3 pummels. They hit us with a Command and Conquer pummel turn earlier. Like they're on a very interesting deck. Yeah, I think we're just going to let this one go because this is really 10. And technically, I can give 3 cards and swing the hammer, and we can play this game back and forth, but I'm trading 1 card for 3. It's just, man, every time we play RKO, I just feel like I'm getting outvalued every turn. Like every single turn, it just feels like we're getting outvalued over and over and over again. Now, I will say the first game of the stream tonight, I threw away. We should have won the Florian game. That game, I don't know if we win with the list we have built. So we did take a loss. Felt like we were getting outvalued all game. There were back-to-back turns that put us very far behind. Op had CNC, Pummel, which left me off tempo and only Hammer took damage to running out of room here. I mean, yeah, there was back-to-back turns where like it just felt like the Command and Conquer Pummel turn was really bad. Like, we're probably just supposed to say no blocks there, right? It's probably just the option. We say no blocks there and we keep playing it out. The early pummel that we had was okay because we were able to get stuff out of their deck. The concealed object on the Mocking Blow was pretty good. I also think this game's very different if we just bring in our Fiddler screens. That is 12 extra life. Uh-oh. Did Talishar crash or did I crash? Am I still here? Can you guys hear me? Looks like the stream is still up. You guys should still be able to hear me. Everything should be good. I don't know why Talishar's being so laggy. There we go. All right, is Talishar? All right, I can live with that. I mean, if Talishar is taking a while, that's fine. Somebody had mentioned that Liar's Charm would be pretty good in this deck. I don't disagree with you, but the problem is I don't know what we cut. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to cut for Liar's Charm. Because there's probably turns... Like, there's probably turns where the extra life is just too important, right? Like, are we supposed to play a 63-card main deck and just always play this card? Like, is this how we're supposed to play the deck? We're playing 33 blues, and we are on 5 intellect. Minnowism works with all the pumps, right? So I'm skeptical of cutting that card naturally. Take out 2 little Bigfoot yellows. They're our best attacks, though. That's true. They did. I mean, still, but like, let's try the game one more time. Let's try one more game like this. I don't know. Like, the deck has felt like it's been better tonight than it has the rest of the time so far. This has felt like the best 2 games that I've played with the deck. I think we want to go second against this matchup. Now, we played this matchup the other night, and it felt very close. This feels like where we want all this stuff. So in this matchup, I think we're supposed to be on all of this, right? Like, this is one of those matchups that I definitely want to, like, trade for. What if we cut Pummels, Minnowisms, what if we played 66? I never felt like I liked Little Bigfoot as my tall solution. I've always read Lyath as ninja coded. I mean, I get that. We have 5 intellect. I think flat 60 is throwing. That's fair, Dub. Do we want to cut another pump is the question, or are we good with 66? You know what? Let's try 66. I've not played, like, really more than just 60, so let's just try it and see what happens. Mocking Blow looks to be pretty good here. If we're able to block effectively. Well, now Mocking Blow looks pretty bad. Because we have to have high... Well, no, we can just, like, do it on our turn, right? So... we're going to... attack with Mocking Blow. We're going to pitch Respite and Chokeslam. Yeah, we're going to pitch like this. Respite's a very good late game card. And then we're going to attack for 5. Sigil of Solace would be very good here. I don't think we were supposed to cycle, right? Because we need our hero ability to be able to attack. We're going to arsenal the other red Mocking Blow, and we're going to leave this in our hand. So, like, this is a great example. Like, this hand's fantastic. We get to block with this hand very, very effectively and arsenal the Steadfast here. Another Loan Shark. So this is for 9. Are we playing out the Steadfast? 6, 7, 8, 9. Gain some life. Throw Mocking Blow. I think this is fine, right? And then we're going to arsenal the Respite. And we go to 43. We have another 1 card 6. This feels pretty good. Is there a world we're supposed to be on, like, blue Mocking Blows too? Because of, like, us trying to keep our life total up? We're probably just trying to arsenal the power play this turn. So they currently have plus 10 on whatever they throw at us. So 14. That's fair. We don't get as much value as, like, Cheeto would. So we get to block Fiddler's Green. Fiddler's Green, Chokeslam. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. How are we gonna do this and get all of the value here? Do we pitch the Fiddler's Green? So I think we have to block with the power play, right? Or do we just give up all of the Bluefin Harpoons? Or we just give up all the blues? So we block here, here, no. I don't know why this hand, like, okay, so I need Disable to pitch for this. I need Fiddler's Green for this. And then I'm going to pitch this to Lyath and Oasis Respite. And we're going to arsenal this. I guess there's no real reason to pitch for Lyath, though. So what if we block here? If we block like this, and then we pitch both of these, we get to keep a Fiddler's Green in our deck for second cycle, and we get to arsenal power play, and we're not wasting the ability here. I think I'm okay with this. The funny part is, like, I'm not even playing Fatigue. We're just drawing all of our cards right now. Over pitching like we want to is fine. They're gonna what? They're gonna draw a card and then they're just gonna, like, lose some life. Fiddler's to the bottom first. On our turn, we're just gonna arsenal the red power play and set up. Withstand looking very, very good here. We get to block with This is 10. Right? This is 8. I mean, 6, 7, 8. We could also just block with a little Bigfoot, swing the power play, and then Arsenal to withstand. Seems fine. I mean, this isn't fatigue, but I definitely understand why everybody might think that. Do I have to play this beforehand? I have to play this beforehand. You slant into fatigue? That's fair. Okay, so we're going to play this, pitching the Terrace Under. And then we're not going to pay one. We're actually not going to pay one. We're going to use Tunic to activate Lyath and swing the power play for one more. And then this just comes in for 8. We're going to Arsenal Withstand here. Yeah, I missed the Withstand window. Yellow Thump. So I have Blue Thump instead of Yellow because it like fits the resource curve in our deck. But I get what you're saying. Like, it makes more sense to play it that way. Ay. Ay, 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 ay. Do we intimidate here? Like, is it good to intimidate? Ugh. First game on RKO, about to pummel a big bully for 16 against a Lyath. That makes me sad. I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to play this turn. It feels like the answer is no. Withstand's really good. Shout out to Trent for throwing that my direction. Also, the fact that it's been turn 5 turns and we're above 40 is kind of wild. What does this do? Create a gold token. Okay. So that means they get to hook and then attack. Oh no, they're gonna try and. Do we do this now? Is now the window where we do this? I think now we have a pretty safe window to do this. Because if they rip into a blue, they're just forced to continue to keep going. All right, so this is for 9, 6, 7. We have to pitch both of these to play this. And then, I mean, I'd rather just stop the extra ponder if I can here. We have to get rid of both of these clearly, so we're going to pitch both of these to withstand. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess this is fine. We don't have anything to pay. A little bit of a clunky hand there. Using Leave Them Hanging when we did felt pretty good. We're going to go blue, then Gesture. We no longer have the window to use Grabbers, and we are going to go to 39, but we have a really cool play that we can do here where we can block with one of our blues. We can play Terrace Under, and then we can throw the little Bigfoot off of Tunic because we will technically have 2 things that cost 3 or more. Just kidding. We no longer have this option. So 13. We block Thump. What if we just block 2 and take 11? And then we can Terrace under them? Withstand's been pretty good tonight, Cody. Marlin looks like such a dog if you can dodge her overpower. 100%. So this is actually really interesting. If we block with Thump, which I think is our best card to block with, we could try to Thump them, right? Like, do we actually just no blocks here? And then we can Terrace under whatever they do? If they take the Thump, we get to do the play. If they take the little Bigfoot, we get to Terrace under the Thump. Because it's 2, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They technically get to block, right? I think we're supposed to do this. We can tear Thump, but it's not as good, right? I mean, letting them make the choice makes sense, right? Like the 41 life or the 39 life, we're supposed to use that for turns like this, I think. And like we put an Oasis Respite on the bottom. Okay. Is Thump or Titan's Fist better? So if we pitch Macho Grande to Terrace under, Thump goes to 2 because of Lyath. It goes up to 6 and then 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'd have to be willing to give up everything. Or we activate Lyath now pitching Macho Grande, and then we go Terrace under into Hammer. For 3, 4, 8, we get rid of 2 cards and they can't stop it. I think that's better. I think it's supposed to be the Hammer because technically it's for 1 more point. I mean, I guess technically it's for 9. Was I miscounting a point? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I miscounted off the... Wait. No, because we had to have the extra card to throw Thump. So Thump would have been 2, 6, 7. Yeah. We couldn't have made that work. So this was our better play here. Villainous Pose, pitching Cranial Crush, Headbutt Terrace under into Hammer. It's gonna be 8. I mean, yeah, like we're just supposed to keep doing the things. And then we get to use our Tunic resource for an efficient Lyath activation here. I mean, yeah, this is 8, not 7. I don't think they can block this. We're just continuing to take cards out of their hand. This game has felt the best far and away. Are we supposed to just play like 66 cards or like more into everything? Like if we play Withstand and stuff into KO, we probably do better last round, right? I'm really hoping for a good Intimidate turn. Because I would like to be able to... Yeah, that's fine. I would like to be able to play Leave Them Hanging to take a card out of their hand. 4, 8, 12. They're looking for blues. Is this just an off turn? When in doubt, hammer it out. Normally, Dub, that's like my life motto, but I've been questioning that with this deck. Okay, let's think about this for a second. Let's tell our opponent that we're thinking about this. So they get to take a blue. If we say no blocks and go to 14, they're going to take one of our blues, make 2 gold. And then our turn is going to be Little Bigfoot for 7, 8, 9. And we're going to Arsenal leave them hanging. I mean, attacking for 9 forces them to block, right? Do you think we're supposed to respond to the big game trophy shot with double leave them hanging? Could be a good option, Trent. Could have been good. They had too many cards. It scared me. I mean, coming in for 9, they're forced to give me a card, right? Is there a world where I am supposed to play leave them hanging, block with attention grabbers, let them take the other, activate Lyath so they can't take my blue, and we can block with Rampart? We take 11, and then we get to attack with Hammer. So we get to block 4, we take 8, and then it's 3, 4, 5. It's 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 4, 5, 9. It's still 9, but we're using equipment more aggressively here. I think we're supposed to Arsenal leave them hanging and just set up. I think this is fine. We already have a very good hand with the way this lines up. We'll just let this happen. Yeah, we'll just let them. We'll go to 14. We'll just give them 3 golds. Let them take our Thump. I would imagine they're taking Thump over Headbutt here. Headbutt has no text, pretty much. And then just attacking for enough that forces at least a card from their hand. Now they know we have to leave them hanging coming, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it's enough. Do we have any yellows for them to hit? No, there's so few yellows. The only yellows in our deck are Little Bigfoots. Pitch this to Intimidate. It's not enough if we do it that way. Are we supposed to Intimidate now? Are we supposed to Intimidate at all? We'll see what happens. They could crack 7 gold here. May not matter. Taylor just isn't on the high roll today. Oh. Ever been able to Intimidate yourself versus Felling of the Crown? Never tried that. Ooh. Oh my god. I mean, if we take the yellow, they have Tunic, right? So it's not the end of the world. But this is fine. I think this is okay. I think we're still in a good spot. If we're able to keep our hand, we actually have a world where we can pitch Little Bigfoot to Rouse, which is 7 go again, revealing Macho both Little Bigfoots, and then attack with this Little Bigfoot for 7, activate Lyath. That probably ends the game, right? If we... I had not considered Macho. I had not considered Macho for lethalies here. I feel like they're baiting me to try to take a card out of their hand, and I don't know why. It just feels like I'm being baited to play my Leave Them Hanging. And maybe I'm reading into it too much. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But it's working. So they currently have +7. They got a King Shark Harpoon. You might as well hook. I don't hate that. All right, so this is for 13. We don't want to die to Rain Razors, so I'm thinking about putting this into play, blocking with the Attention Grabbers to take 10, and then no matter what they take, we have the ability to throw Little Bigfoot. The worst scenario would be for 6, 10. This seems fine. I mean, unless they're on like a defense reaction, which we haven't seen one in 9 turns, and they've probably gone through their whole deck at this point. They take a blue Little Bigfoot? Why? We weren't able to macho them even if they left us with the blue, so I don't understand why. We're going to come in for 11, activate Lyath. This requires probably every card from their hand. They could technically give us Tunic and keep 2 cards if they wanted. Keep a card in an arsenal. I don't know. It just depends on, like, what they're willing to do here. Can we macho? Oh, you were asking from historical evidence. Honestly, that would have been 8 total if we'd have been able to. 8 dominate with them at 2 would have been pretty good. I've seen a couple of Marlins that are on the like take cover, like mid-rangey plan. Clearly our opponent's on the Taylor Crawford way of thinking, but I'm not sure what they're about to put in the chat, but there is a reason I have the chat covered. Like most not, like I have like the aggro blaze and breakpoints thing over the chat because sometimes opponents put some wild stuff in there. Our opponent's like really typing out here. Just kidding. Oh, they needed to keep the Tunic and the 3 of a kind, so they needed 1 more point of life. They needed 1 more life point there. Now from here, if we draw into like a macho, we're in a very good spot. Villainous Pose. Mocking Blow. I mean, I guess technically we probably should have activated our hero ability last turn. I don't know. How many 3 Oaks have they played? All of them? They're giving us the whole hand. We're just going to go ahead and activate Lyath. We have a red power play in Arsenal, plus we have 3 mites on board. Mocking Blow is really good right here. A river of hate speech. Oh. So 7, 10, 12. Probably not enough to close the game out, so we're just going to overpitch. We're going to come in for 13. I'm sorry, what? 2 and 5 is 7. 10, 3 mites. Oh, I must have missed a mite somewhere. Oh, because we booed twice last turn and that. So we actually should have come in for 14 because of one. Like, I should have activated Lyath on their turn because 14 means 1/2 block kills them. 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, that was wrong. And now they have to give Tunic? And then, like, at the very worst case, we have Cranial Crush if we have to attack with something. Wait. Is Dominate Lethalese? I don't want to throw. We have +5. 7 Dominate should be Lethalese. Should have saved the Rouse. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this one was a close game, but I mean, this was a clinic. This game, guys. Like, this was the best the Lyath deck has felt so far. I'm very excited to put a win on the board. We played against Marlin. We went second by choice. We did win. What was the turning point in this game? The early Mocking Blows were really good. So we got a win. Early defense and Fiddlers let us get ahead for Mocking Blow. Mocking Blow being a 1-card 6 is very powerful when you need to block. Closed it out late. Oh, let's see. Forced Op to block with last 3 Oak. Probably won the game. I think winning, like, I think them being forced to give up their last 3 of a kind probably put us in the driver's seat. The Terrace Underturns were really good. Yes, the Terrace Underturns were really good. I don't know. Like, that was... So, Fiddler's Green being a main deck mainstay because of Mocking Blow makes the most sense. We were on all of the defensive cards. We brought in all 9 defensive cards that game. And we cut... What did we cut? Minnowism? Pummels? Like, is Pummel too cute? Are we supposed to be on these defensive cards instead of Pummel in the main deck, you guys think here? I didn't see it was yellow Bigfoot, LOL. I would have been able to keep 3 Oak and Tunic and send 10 Overpower. Ooh, that would have been really good, Aiden. I didn't realize that. Yeah, the yellow. The yellow was the extra point, right? That was the 1 point, yeah. Hadn't even thought about Rouse the Ancients in Lyath. I mean, Rouse has felt pretty good tonight. We would have won the first game against Florian if I had blocked on the felling, arsenaled the Rouse, and set up for better turns. I think. How's this deck doing to Verdance or KO Armed and Dangerous? I haven't played this variation of the deck against OG KO yet. We have a lot of defense, so it feels like we have a pretty good plan. And into Verdance, it's weird because if Verdance brings in pot combo against you, you're probably just dead. You can't kill them fast enough. But if they're not on pot combo, I think you have a real shot. Rouse has felt good. Is there a world? Oh, we got a hydrate. We got a hydrate from Black Cat here. Is there a world where we're supposed to play 2 Pummels and 2 yellow little Bigfoots and play 2 Liar's Charms? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think Liar's Charm fits into this deck? Like, is Pummel too cute? I tell you what. Start a poll. All right, so I'm posing a question to you all in the chat via a poll, and I'm asking you guys whether you think 2 copies of Liar's Charm is good enough or not. Like, I'd like to talk about that. If you're doing the big attacks, I mean, the big attacks have like been pretty good, right? I need a reason to run my Marvel Liar's Charm. LOL, Ironside, I felt that. Liar's Charm can be a surprise attack reaction to the OG Guardians cards. That's fair. I mean, you even get to add, like, there are some, like, situations where, like, you can add some points. So, like, you can, so what? It makes, that gives us turn we're throwing Macho or Cranial Crush or Disable actually matters because it's like a sneaky gotcha card. Now, the question is, should we cut a little Bigfoot and a pummel, or should we cut 2 pummels? I'm very skeptical on, like, if we should just be on more defensive cards as opposed to not playing pummel. I mean, it did block 1 on a very pivotal turn. How much time do you focus on learning from your games versus playing them? What's the breakdown and testing? So I would say that playing games is probably, like, a solid 70% because I feel like I learned the most from playing. But at night when I'm laying in bed, I turn my stream on and I rewatch games until I fall asleep. And like when I have some like downtime during the day, I like go back and I look at my Google sheet, my doc for testing, and I'm like, what game should I review? Because sometimes I put like review game, like review later, and I go back and I watch those games specifically. So I do my best to try and review games. The other thing that I do that I really try to like focus on is when I am when like so like let's say I post a gameplay video for you guys, right? Like if I post a gameplay video for you guys, I go back and watch the game after I post it to get even more unbiased opinion on like what I'm thinking. All right, so a lot of people said yes. All right, we got more yeses than nos. Now the real question is, what are we gonna cut to make this work? Hey, Russian, what's up, dude? You fall asleep to your own voice? Never thought about it that way. Sounds weird as hell when you say it like that, Kevin. But yeah, I guess. I would cut Pummel for Sigil of Solace. I don't hate that at all. So, how do you guys feel about this? I like Liars if you're running Macho, Thunder, and Cranial. It's functional +4/+5 with the Might and targeting yourself. Plus, you can really screw over opponents by targeting them and turning off their power for the turn. There will be turns when Liar's Charm is a gotcha to their hero ability, which I kind of like. I mean, we might be slowly getting closer to a fatigue deck. I hope not, Ludiful, but it might be. My reasoning is to give you a bit of a health buffer. You have plenty of ways to get little Bigfoot ability to trigger without pummel. That's fair. That's true, Cody. We can shut several hero abilities off. I mean, it appears that Liar's Charm is actually good enough to be played in the Guardian version of the deck that we're trying tonight. I'm still skeptical, but Liar's Charm could be good enough. I don't know. Like, maybe Liar's Charm is good enough. I don't know. Sigil of Solace, I think, fits well. One of my biggest concerns is that, like, maybe instead of being on, like, Minnowism or Revolting Gesture in the main deck, we're supposed to be on like we're supposed to be on like withstand in the main deck, or I don't know. I'm curious. Like we're on 33 blues. I guess we'll just have to see what we play against and kind of feel it out. Like I don't want to be a fatigue deck, but that game felt really good. I mean, Liar's Charm being a tech card makes a lot of sense. Electrum, what's up, dude? Is a better sideboard option. Like, do we even? I This feels like a game we've already lost. Maybe not. I mean, we actually have some good tools. Does this matter? I don't think we want to be on 69 cards. We don't want to be on Fiddler's Green. Like we probably want to be on closer to a clean 60 here, right? We will probably hopefully be higher alive. I mean, they can just respond to everything we're doing, right? All right, maybe I'm wrong about Charm being good here. I honestly wonder how Lyath is in LL with CYB. Like, I'm sure it's under power, but if they had CYB in mind with Lyath, it makes you wonder. I've already started building a deck Ironside. If I'm being real with y'all, I've already started building a deck. You do it in response to the wildfire? Yo, okay. All right, let's cut some of our buffs here, I think. Like, let's cut Revolting Gesture. Do we cut Leave Them Hanging? No, Leave Them Hanging actually seems pretty good, right? Is Leave Them Hanging good? Let's play Revolting Gesture over Villainous Pose. Man, if we could... I don't think there's a world to... I mean, we could Terrace Under Hammer here. Did they just put 3 potions into play? Dog. So if we pitch Thump for Revolting Gesture, and then Headbutt for Terrace Under, we get to do some damage here. So this is coming in for 7. On hit, they discard 2 cards. We get to activate Lyath. I mean, we are getting cheesed a little bit here, but that's okay. Dog. Dog. What's happening? My man flips over. He puts 3 potions into play on turn 0 and then blind flips Blazing Ether. Wait, what? You can't. You can't make this nonsense up. Whoever said waste of time in chat called it. Anyway. How'd they go? 2 cards on top? Classic. And they get the block to save some damage. That's insane. Dog. I am admittedly not happy about this game. Admittedly not happy about this one. Sure, gain some resources. Do the thing. The Scours for the BM. They just said good game. How are we already dead? So how good was Liar's Charm? Oh, Stump, that was good. That was funny. Hey, Allie, what's up? Straight up cheating? I mean, yeah. This is wild. There's no resources for them to play Open the Flood. Oh. Yeah. 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 And I don't know how you do this shift. I'm not gonna lie, Allie. I was low key hoping you would say that you loved like the day shift because like it was, just like so much nicer being awake in the middle of the day. But clearly you do not feel that way. I've been in bed before 9 o'clock every night. What's wrong with that, dude? It's awesome. I love being in bed at 9 o'clock. I mean, I never am, but like it's nice. I enjoy it very much when I get to. This shit's for the birds. He's so screwed when Terra Sunder resolves. We're going to quickly recap this game. My potion put a resource potion, like an energy potion, into play on turn 0. They put Potion of Deja Vu into play, and they put Clarity Potion into play on turn 0. They then proceed to blind flip Blazing Ether off the top of the deck. They then find Ether Wildfire off the top of the deck after opting for 2. Then hit and open the floodgates off of a Sonic Boom in the dark on turn 2. What is this? If you wanted to play Solitaire, just play Solitaire. Leave me out of it. Anyway. Now that I've officially crashed out for the evening, and we're 1-3, I mean, that game feels like it shouldn't count, but hey. My man said that was a good game. I learned a lot. Oh, you guys cracked me up so much. I do like having my workday can be done in the middle of the day. I just have to get adjusted to the schedule. I mean, it's actually so, Allie, I will say, like, the whole like Monday to Friday, like 8 to 5 thing is actually, I think it's pretty nice once you get used to it. It's just, I don't know, like I like having that routine schedule where like my workday is exactly the same. And I know you had that just like at night. Like I think once you get used to it, you'll actually like it because like you and Kyle get a chance to do more stuff together. Like it'll be like when we like plan on doing weekend stuff like concerts and stuff, like it'll be easier for like us to plan with like you want to take off work at night and stuff like that. So I think you'll actually like it. It can't be our turn without you. On the next episode of Are You Smarter Than a 5 Intellect Hero? Does this even count? I mean, I'm going to put it in there because we played the game, right? But like, no, this absolutely doesn't count. Did we go first or second? We went second that game, right? Yeah. We lost, in case you guys are wondering. In case you guys missed it, we lost the Kano game. Let's see. So against Kano, we had Terra Sunder for Disruption. Op hit Blazing into Wildfire into Floodgates into Floodgates off Sonic Boom, and I cried all the way home. Well, I can tell you guys for certain one thing: we will not be reviewing that game. Oh man, that's so funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it is like sad to lose a game that way, but that's Kano life. For all the games that Kano wins like that, Kano loses games like that more too, so. Hey, Script Nibble, what's up, buddy? How are you? I feel like that game should be stricken from the record. Valdis Thighs, what a name. Respites, Steadfast, Withstand. Just kidding. They watched us fatigue somebody earlier and they're like, nope, we don't want it. I'm always a second too late. The game was basically when a 5 intellect player plays a 4 intellect hero. I mean, yeah, feels pretty accurate. I guess this is like a go second kind of matchup. Liar's Charm could be cute here, I guess. Probably like a stack for second cycle kind of thing. Somebody mentioned playing this in the sideboard earlier, and I think that Liar's Charm in the sideboard makes a lot of sense. We want to be on all of our cards here, right? Like, are we on 72 PogChamp here, or are we cutting, like, Minnoisms? I think this is Damien. Like, what do you guys think we should cut? Should we cut, like... I guess we don't want as many buffs, right? I feel pretty comfortable playing 66, but there's a lot, like a lot of the greater base is triggered in this matchup, so I think being on... Okay. I was like, what's happening? They loaded 60. We're just gonna Arsenal a power play here. We're gonna pitch a Macho Grande to throw Hammer for 3. We're gonna pitch Cranial Crush to Lyath. And we're gonna Arsenal a power play and set up here a little bit. Is Blade Beckoner doing better than Crater Hoof for the leg slot? Blade Beckoner is in this list. Do we want to, like, how do we, like, do we want to Arsenal this? Blade Beckoner's in this list as opposed to, we're on Blade Beckoner in this list over the Crater Hoof because we're not playing as many, like, solid Crush cards. So we're playing a lot of the yellow Crush cards earlier. Pitch the power play here. And so, like, now we're not on as many of, like, the 0-cost yellow Crush cards, so we're on Blade Beckoner because they block better. Now, in this matchup, they still block one like they would the other ones, but... This is a pretty good turn for Damien, so we're just going to block here. I'm pretty content with just blocking. Like, if Damien wants to give me a frailty token and we waste the mites, oh well. It is what it is. Aaron mentioned that last turn we had a 5-card 4. I mean, I think that's part of it sometimes, if I'm just being honest. I think sometimes you're just going to have, like, those weak hands. It's one of the tough parts of this matchup. Okay. I mean, Damien just threw 21, gave us a frailty and inertia, and he set up a ponder. I mean, you know, sometimes you roll hot. That's okay. We're gonna get some pretty good efficiency out of the Rampart this turn. Did you tell this Riptide you have a family? LOL. Oh, dude, Andy. Like it's all good, dude. Like I mean, I wasn't actually angry. Was mostly like just funny. And I mean, yeah, like don't get me wrong, like you hit all the things, but like that's Kano life, dog. That's Kano life. It just be that way sometimes. I mean, are we just supposed to go to 23 here? There'll be a party in the streets when Kano LLs. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to take 6 here. This is fine. I think we'll just go ahead and block like this. Oh, just kidding. Damien decided he would like to undo something. I mean, yeah, this is still fine. If it ends up being like 7 or something, we'll just use Skull Cap effectively. Yep, we're just going to block this one out. Cover this up. Damien's going to have a 5-card hand. We're just going to play Sigil on our turn here. And we're just going to gain some life. We're going to Arsenal Leave Them Hanging. And we're going to try and look for a good turn to get value out of Leave Them Hanging. It's not going to be a very easy thing to do. I mean, I don't think Leave Them Hanging's looking very good right here. We'll just cover this up effectively. I'm pretty content with just taking 4 here, I think. Damien's drawn a lot of Go Again. We're going to be looking for the turns when he starts running out of Go Again. Codex of Frailty is fine. It's going to reload, do this. Yep, and then get back a card that he would like. It's probably going to be the Drill Shot if I had to guess. Ravenous Rabble. So we're just going to block this effectively. And we're going to use the Tunic to gain a little bit of life here. If Damien tries to set up another 5-card hand, then that's fine with me. We're just going to use Tunic. We're going to Respite ourselves to put us to 23. We'll target the Endless Arrow. And so we dealt with Damien's hand pretty effectively there. We'll only leak through 4 points, which is okay. We keep drawing like single blue hands, so we're kind of just having to fight through what our deck is giving us right here. We're just kind of having to fight through what our deck is giving us. Damien blind drew into a Bolton shot. It's pretty unfortunate for us. Wait, what happened? So this is coming in for 9. Get rid of all this stuff so I can see the arena, please. Thank you. All right, so Damien has not used Red Spine Manta. So if I pitch blue for withstand. I get to block 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to do it this way for a reason. I'm not going to pay into the Rampart. Although, actually, I think I should, right? We should pay into the Rampart and then give Skullcap. I think we're okay to just take 4 here. We're going to block here. And then we're going to activate Lyath to cover up a little bit. All right, so we're going to fall down to 18. I'm very surprised Damien didn't just leave this. We draw a lot of jam hands, as Dave says. Dave calls them jam hands, and it's very, very accurate, I feel like. We draw quite a bit of them. Okay, this is a decent turn for us to try to put the Leave Them Hanging in play, I think. Now, we are at 18, but we have 2 more sigils. We have 3 Fiddler's Green. So we have at least 11. Let's see, we played 1 Respite, right? Yeah, so, I mean, we have quite a bit of life left in the deck. I think we're okay to put this in play, right? I think we're okay to put this in play. We're going to try and get some value out of this by intimidating a good card into Damien's hand. Eight. So it is 3, 4, 8. And we get to go to 19 here. That's the first Rain Razors we've seen pitched, and Damien gets a 5-card hand. So block here. And Rampart is 4. And then... yeah, this is fine. Like, I've seen better hands, that's for sure. But we're going to get to cover this up. We're going to Respite ourselves to go back to 19. And we're going to target the Remorseless. We don't really get got by any of the defense reaction hands, which is kind of nice. And sorry, I know I'm not interacting with chat very much this game, guys. I'm very focused on, like, what's happening. As far as, like, trying to play the best games that I can. I already threw one away earlier, so I'm trying to be a lot more focused. We're going to use Tunic and Steadfast. We're going to pitch Disable. We're going to target the Swift Shot. We're going to take 2, get a Frailty, which is fine. And then it's Remorseless for 7. And I think we're just blocking 4 here, right? Like, we just get to block 4, take 3, or I'm sorry, block 4, take 3 to 14, and then we get to Arsenal to Sigil. We let the leave them hanging go to waste here, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's the best play we have. Unfortunately, the Steadfast kind of like looking a little awkward with everything else. Okay, so a couple of Sigil of Solace looking pretty good here. He has pitched and played a Rainraiser, so there is one left we haven't seen. I mean, Damien's hand might just be this bad. I don't know. Okay, so Damien just has a clunker. We're just going to attack with this. It does technically have greater power than its base, so we do get blown out by a return to fire. Very surprised that he's on any number of cards in case we're on like hard fatigue. Yeah, we're just going to go back to 20. We're going to Arsenal Withstand. And there's a Searing Shot ready to go. What is our plan here? The Codex of Inertia leaves us no choice. We could intimidate a card. We prevent him from playing another buff if he has one. And then we get to use... This is automatically for 8. I'm sorry, it's automatically for 7. I don't know if playing this here is the best play here. It feels okay, though. We get to prevent there being another buff. So this comes in for 3, which means I can respite this. I'm technically wasting a point, but if I respite this, I'm not letting anything come through, and then I get to Withstand and Rampart to block 7. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Target the Falcon Wing. We go to... All right, we're 21. Oh, Trent made a point. He was forced to discard a card. So us playing to leave them hanging might have worked out better for Damien than he wanted. Did not consider that. I straight up did not consider that. I appreciate you pointing that out, Trent. I did not think about that, dog. I mean, I think we'll just block like this. We should probably just do this just in case. I'm willing to just take 4 here to block something that matters. Like this. Do we just have to block with both of our cards to protect our Rampart? I mean, 25, 26, 38. Yes. We absolutely have to do this to protect our Rampart. It's not very sexy, but it's the correct play. And we're going to go back to 23. I mean, double steadfast is kind of insane. We can arsenal the little Bigfoot here and like try to set up a turn where we can actually attack with this. This is 8, 11. Is there a world where we're arsenaling a steadfast? So if I block 3, 4. I hate to give up more equipment, but I like the idea of arsenaling this. So what if we block 3, 4, 5? We get to pitch a blue. Yeah, this works out pretty well. Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? I think like the decks felt pretty clean tonight. It's felt better than it has so far. I will say that. And then we're going to target the Remorseless, pitching this. So we cover this up entirely. We take nothing. And now we're going to Arsenal the Steadfast here. Let me know if the deck list is not updated. It should be updated. It should be updated to have the new version of the deck. I'm debating if we Liar's Charm and target Damien. Are we just charming ourselves this turn to be able to block? Probably, right? This is for 8, 11. So 3, 4, 5. Pitch this, activate. 3, 4, 5. Pitch this, activate, and we can arsenal the charm. Feels okay to me. Withstand were my first instincts. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think Trent was the first person to mention that to me. It could have been somebody else, though. Like, I don't know for sure. But if you thought that Steadfast and Withstand were going to be good in this deck, then you should really take that as an ode to, like, understanding heroes and cards and how they play, because that is a very, very heads-up way to think about the game. We have no Fiddler's Greens. We have no Steadfasts. We have no Respites, and we're out of Sigils. We are blocking for efficiency the rest of the game. Damien has 22 cards in deck. We have 32 cards in deck. We're probably going to have to start hammering if we want to get out of this. Like, if we want to win the game, we're going to have to hammer at some point, right? It feels like it's going pretty well. Now, we've just fatigued 2 heroes tonight, so you have to take that for what it's worth, but it has felt pretty good tonight. So we get to block like this, pitch Terrace Under, and then we get to pitch to attack with Little Bigfoot. And I think this is okay. Like, these are the hands that we need Damien to have, right? Like, Damien had some very, very good hands early on in the game. I was not supposed to activate Lyath. It's fine. Like, we had some Damien had some very, very powerful hands early on in the game. But now, like, we're at a point where, like, hopefully his deck density is just slowing down. Hey, what's up, Rob? We fatigued. What did we fatigue earlier? We lost the game against Florian, or I'm sorry, against Florian. Our first game was against Florian. We should have won. I punted the game away. Like, and I think almost everybody who watched agrees with me. We should have won that game. Is Damien trying to fatigue me now? Is that something we need to be concerned about? We're trading what? 2 cards for 2 cards here? I was like, if Damien's willing to trade our Rain Razors here for this, I'm okay with that. Have we blocked with all of our Mocking Blows? Yeah, that was the 3rd one. So us having more life than our opponent no longer matters, but he has to run out of arrows eventually. I mean, opened 3 L's and still felt like I lost money. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I feel that way almost every set, Rub. It's actually kind of crazy how that works, man. But I feel that way a lot. Like, I open cases because it's fun at this point, not because, like, I think it's a good investment for me. 5, 8, 11. Three, 6, 9, 11. I mean, we're trading 1, 2, 3 cards here. Does he have an endless? I think there's 1 left in the deck. There's 2 endless arrows left in the deck. I mean, I don't think there's buff density left in Damien's deck to get us there. So I mean, it feels bad, but we're just going to pitch our Liar's Charm. Cover this up. I opened 2 Flick Knives and a New Horizons, and all I felt sad was, I mean, well, like the new Flick Knives is like what? The new Flick Knives is like what, $40? Like, my video tomorrow is actually about reprint policy. Withstand covering this up is insane. There's 1 card out of our deck to cover this up. Are we letting this hit? Like, do we care about this? Boo. Remove hero abilities. So, targeting us to lose hero abilities. We get booed and make a might token. And then we are going to let that happen. And then we're going to attack for 4. And here's where we start the slow and long fatigue game. This Lyath deck feels alright, just not as interesting, sadly. I agree, it's not as interesting, but it does feel very good. I didn't know. Is that attacks? I thought it was attack actions. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't really care, but Rain Razors to reload something? Actually, we're just supposed to block 3 here, right? We're supposed to take 6 here, right? Are we supposed to take 6 here? Yo, what's up, Spencer? I think we're supposed to take 6 here. Not because our hand's like crazy aggressive. I mean, our hand is very good. But more because I'm interested in like blocking the drill shot. What are they getting back here? A Falcon Wing? Like, what do we want to get back? Like, what matters the most here? Power play? Sure, we'll discard Rouse. So now we know this is going to be for 6. So we're going to block, disable, activate Lyath. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to activate Lyath, and then on the drill shot, we're going to block 6. I mean, yeah. I don't think Damien's got the damage to finish this game out either. I mean, we're gonna force him to have it. Like, we're gonna force him to have it. We have more cards in our deck, and like we have the weapon, he doesn't. Maybe we can use the charm earlier so he couldn't reload his arrow. That's not a bad idea, Tan. I don't hate that. The charm might have been better earlier. Nice line. That was clean. Thanks, Spencer. I appreciate it. Spencer, what are you up to? I watched your video about OGKO the other day. And now Rouse is insane. We've already seen the Buzzsaw Trap, right? Like, that was what we got hit with earlier. So, like, I mean, this is just 7. Dog. We're going to pitch like this. That's fine. You're going to put us to 16. We're going to discard this. And then we're still going to throw the power play. How many codexes are left in the deck? There's 1 codex of frailty left. Just kidding. We're going to attack for 3. We're going to leave this in our arsenal. Rouse was not copium. Rouse has actually been decent. Rouse has actually been decent. I've been pretty impressed with Rouse. It's been pretty good tonight. I kind of thought it was cope at first, but it's been okay. It's not been bad. I think we're at a spot where we can take enough damage to try and play Terra Sunder power play. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 3. How many return fires have we seen? All of them? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, we're good now. We're good enough to do it. And that's going to get, like, some of the last cards out of the deck. I can't remember if there's another Rain Razors or not. I think that's... No, there's one more Rain Razor somewhere. So it's going to be Terra Sunder. Terra Sunder should win us the game. Yeah. Damien realizes he can't beat that. Damien realizes he cannot beat that. All right, so Damien had an insanely hot start that game. And we were still able to crawl back. So I think this, like, block nonsense version of the deck is probably just the way to go. Like, Withstand is insane. Steadfast has been really good. All of the defensive cards just line up super well. I don't think I've cracked Lyath by any means. But I don't know. That was... Tonight is the best the deck has felt so far. This is the closest I've felt like we've coming to actually making some progress with the deck. Hang on. I'm going to write down our notes here. So we played against Riptide. I mean, and to be fair, like, we beat Riptide. We didn't beat, like, the best deck in the format or anything. We beat Riptide. We went second. I think I picked... Yeah, I went second. We got the win. Was able to fatigue, even though Damien had a hot start. Just had to hang on long enough for the onslaught to stop. Terra Sunder late game took enough damage out of deck for us to close it out. All right, so that was one of those games where, admittedly, the Liar's Charms didn't, like, they seemed okay. They were never great. I pitched a Liar's Charm to be able to I pitched a Liar's Charm just to be able to like use Lyath's ability. Sigil of Solace over Pummel was very, very good in that matchup. We would have just cut Pummels anyway. Maybe we add Liar's Charms to the sideboard and we consider when we should be bringing that card in. All right, I am going to say this. I told you guys a few weeks ago that Mocking Blow was a trap in Lyath, and in this Guardian version of the deck, I actually think that Mocking Blow at red has a really, really good spot. Fatigue Break turned me on to playing this card tonight, and it's felt very, very good in a lot of matchups. And I think if we had sideboarded correctly into a lot of matchups, Mocking Blow would have been really, really good. I don't know if it fits in other colors, but red Mocking Blow fits into the Guardian build of Lyath very well. So I think this is actually really, really good. Let's see where we're at. 246. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Try to write those things down so I can make shorts out of them. I really like the first iteration of your deck. Personally, aggro seemed decent. We had some really cool turns with aggro, right? Rouse has felt very, very powerful. Did you just say this is the best it's ever been in your 2 and 3? Damien, GG's, and I said it's the best the deck has ever felt. Meaning that, like, the deck has felt very, like, clean tonight. Not that this is the best we've ever done. I mean, I played a few games the other day testing, and I won 4 games in a row against aggro decks. But, like, this is the best the deck has felt to me so far. The deck felt very clean tonight. There's a lot of cool plays you can make with this deck and the way it lines up. This feels like the closest iteration that we've had to solving the deck. Now, to be fair, we should be 3 and 2. I should have beat the Florian. We should have, more than likely, we should have won the Florian game. I don't know. This has felt really good. I'm honestly debating if there's a world where we want to get rid of Revolting Gesture and Villainous Pose and just add in Withstand and Oasis Respite into the main deck. Honestly, some of the pumps probably go into the sideboard. Like, some of the pumps probably go into the sideboard, and like against like Verdants and other decks where we need to be like trying to run them over, we probably bring in some of the pumps. But against some other matchups like KO, like all the aggro decks, we're just bringing in all of the defensive cards, I think. I feel I'm also leaning towards CNC still. I think CNC has a real place in this deck. The problem is that it doesn't have the consistency that we want with this deck, right? So my biggest concern with playing CNC, I've really liked CNC in other variations of the deck, but we are only on 9 cards that naturally buff the turn you need them. Villainous Pose, Revolting Gesture, and Minnowism. Little Bigfoot and Power Play, like all of the baseline attacks we want to be playing, pump themselves. Little Bigfoot, Mocking Blow, Power Play are all attacks that buff themselves, so we don't have to reach into the bag for anything. They do it for us. So my biggest concern with Command & Conquer is that it doesn't add that consistency we're looking for. There could be a world we cut Minnowisms and we play Command & Conquers for like better value. I don't know. But I mean, this felt clean tonight. Rouse was actually really good. If you have been sleeping on Rouse the Ancients in Lyath, you need to build the deck correctly to have like the Guardian cards built into them, but it's very, very good. This gave us play against Florian tonight. It gave us play into a couple of matchups. I can't remember, but this card actually felt pretty clean, and you're able to pitch stack this pretty consistently with the way that you're pitching a lot of your blues to like Lyath's hero ability into Hammer. You're able to set this up pretty cleanly. So I don't know, the more we play into this, the more this feels like we're really leaning into the Guardian style play. And it's crazy that this fits into the plan. I love that this fits into the plan. I don't know. Felt good tonight. It felt good tonight. Unfortunately, we don't have time for another one, but the deck did feel pretty good tonight. Guys, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. I appreciate you guys being here. No stream tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm going to my armory. There is a video coming out tomorrow at lunchtime for you guys. In my video tomorrow, I am discussing LSS's reprint policy, and we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything around it. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. And if you're not aware, 24 hours of Flesh and Blood giveaways coming at you this weekend, starting Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing a giveaway when the stream starts, and we're doing a giveaway every 4 hours after that. And then we also have some like goal-oriented giveaways that we're doing. So make sure you come by and check that out. You don't want to miss your shot at a cool giveaway. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I love doing the stream. We did it last year, and it was a really good time, so we're going to do it again, and hopefully it's going to be a good time. Last year, after the stream ended, I made Carly take me to Waffle House. I'm probably going to do the same thing again this year. She just doesn't know it yet. Well, she probably does now that I've said it on the stream, but regardless. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on Saturday. Take it easy, guys.
Let's freaking...
Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb.